Hello guys and welcome to episode 14 of my Civilization Beyond Earth playthrough, playing as Brasilia using the Purity affinity, and today we're going to be continuing from our conquest of the Americans. They are gone from this world and it looks like possibly the Australians will be our next target. However, not just yet. We need to get our health under control and our income. So that's what we're going to be working towards in the next few turns. If worst comes to the worst, we will have to just disband a lot of my units. But hopefully we won't have to. Axiom is coming out of martial law soon. Only 2 turns remaining there. And we shall gain favours with the Pan-Asians, of course. Even though we've been at war with them previously. And this trade convoy at Axiom can trade with Pembela, looking like the best place at the moment. Ion's also a good choice, but I think we'll go to Pembela. You get +8 energy per turn and +7 science per turn. That will help us out a lot. Just fortify our military units. We'll keep this one moving toward Dorado. And it looks like we might be skipping turns for a while. Gene Garden being built in Dorado and Boa Esperanza. We have a trade convoy to send out. That was trading with Freeland. But now instead we shall trade with Thabo. Might be a nice choice. Want something that gives us more money, like energy. Looks like only trading with the Franco-Iberians will give us that. Maybe we should take advantage of it. Let's trade with Liqueur. I think I said in the last episode that I wasn't going to trade with the Franco-Iberians just so I didn't make them stronger. But I think it's important that we do at this point, just to make sure that our energy reserves stabilize. Let's get democratized quartering, which gives us -50% maintenance for units. That should also help us out a lot. Wow, look at that, +44 energy per turn. We didn't even need to disband any of the units in the last turn, because now it's already sorted itself out. Or in the last episode, I mean. Let's just fortify this Guardian on the town. I'm going to be having a trade depot in Fiel soon. We can take advantage of the trade from there. And now our energy has actually sorted itself out. What we can do is actually take advantage of trade routes within our own lands. So Axiom's fully under our control. We'll have this farmer lab finished in 4 turns. That'll be nice. In Manuel, we will work on a miasma repulsor, I think, to clear the miasma in between us and the Australians. At Fiel, we will work on the farmer lab, I think. Yep, get the +3 health from that. We have a quest decision. What do we want? +5% city science from institutes or free technology? I think in this particular game we probably want the +5% city science. Because I can't actually think of a free technology that we would benefit from at the moment. Like, we're going to be getting toward nanotechnology soon and getting the Exodus gate that we need in order to win by Promised Land victory. But before we do any of this, we actually need to go toward terraforming to actually get the floatstone quarries we need to give us the resources to create purity specific units, like the Lev destroyer there, the Lev tank, the holomatrix. Actually, the holomatrix isn't purity specific, but you normally don't actually work on that unless you are purity. I think the holomatrix might have been built by another nation already anyway, or another sponsor, should I say. Let's have a look. Holomatrix. Nope. No, it hasn't. Okay then. Well, we have another quest decision. So I think we're going to go with the plus 5% city science from institutes. That'll actually make those worth building. I'm gonna move on this battle suit. Has that ended on miasma? No, it hasn't. Okay. Good. So it doesn't look like any of the other players are going to be aggressing onto me anytime soon. So it'll give us a chance to consolidate our forces and get Central out of martial law, which is going to take 16 turns actually. So we might already be at war with somebody else before that occurs. Let's just fortify this artillery. Move on that battle suit a bit more. And that's job done. Going to have this lasercom satellite up and running soon. I think what also boosted our energy was getting control of the tiles around Axiom, because it's actually giving us this 3 geothermal that's going to increase our energy income a bit more, and any other mines or farms or whatever might give us a little bit extra. But what are we going to work on now at Santo Adrio? Let's get the command center, why not? It's suggesting we do. So yeah, this city creates 26 energy, and now it's out of martial law, we get access to that. Central currently creates nothing, but as soon as that's out of martial law, we'll get the big amount we get from that, especially with the 18 population that comes with it. That's going to be a lot of cash. Anyway, escape velocity. Do we want +1 orbital coverage or plus 10% production for orbital units? I think we want the extra orbital coverage. I think that's better for us. We're going to get this lasercom satellite to start by setting up over Ciudadela. And our victories have been updated. So now all we need to do is research nanotechnology, which is the technology that gives us access to the Exodus Gate. But before we do that, we need to just get our purity affinity up in general. Just fortify this battle suit where it is. And we're going to continue skipping through the turns. All Australians still happy with me. So that's good. Looks like I will determine when our war starts. You can see their city's already looking very supremacy-like. Miasmic repulsor. Where do we want to send it? We can send it over here to get rid of the miasma, or actually probably better off near Dorado at the moment. Let's place it there maybe, or do we want it like here? Let's go there. I think that works out better for us. At Manuel, we will work on the Institute, as it does give us the plus 5% science now. Actually makes it worth building. Specialist slots aren't actually that great. Well, in this case they might be helpful. Because I have so much energy, I can take people out of producing energy and put them into producing science, which is more beneficial at the moment.
A useful heuristic for determining metacognition is to ask, does this organism merely create tools, or does it create tools which create new tools?
And fabrication is complete. We can now build mag rails, which my workers will probably get on to building straight away. They always do. And that will start costing me a lot of money. We're going to work on a gene garden in Axiom in order to sort out our health. And let's go towards biology so we can get vertical farming and we get extra energy from farm improvements. We have a lot of farm improvements at the moment, so I think that's worth moving toward. We could also research towards biochemistry, and that will give us the ability to create a petrochemical plant, which will in turn allow our petrol to give us +1 energy and +1 production, so that might be useful to get. Let's move on to the next turn.
What's ours is yours, for a price.
So Hutama still wants open borders. I think that's fine. I think we're going to continue this deal. Our relations have been pretty steady throughout the game so far, so I wouldn't expect them to change anytime soon. We have another quest decision. Do we want +10 city hit points from defense perimeters, or do we want free maintenance? Let's go for free maintenance. That way we can build them and they won't actually cost me anything. Which will be good.
What's ours is yours, for a price.
And let's continue our trade with this fella. Get some more favours. Settlement popping up down here. Kala. It's going to prevent our expansion downward. Now the Pan-Asians want some cash per turn. I'm going to actually refuse that. Because I want to keep as much cash as I can on hand. And what I can actually use the cash for, because we have so much of it, is build some buildings in our newer settlements. So, for example, in Boa Esperança, I'm going to purchase a vivarium to get the +1 food from desert tiles. And we might also be able to purchase like a gene garden here. That might also be useful. We're currently working on it though, so not really needed. Instead, we could maybe buy this thorium reactor, which will give us an extra +5 energy per turn. Yeah, let's do that. It's a good investment. Now what we can see if I go to City Buildings and Wonders is that we do have these slots in which we can enter our people to become specialists, and then they give us extra bonuses. So traders would give us +2 energy and engineers give us +2 production. Now once I build institutes in my lands, then what I can do is make my population work on science instead of, for instance, in this case being a trader. And that will help us out a lot by boosting our technology into the late game, which will allow us to get more purity affinity and finish the campaign. So let's keep this trade convoy on the go. Do we need to really trade with Freeland still? I'm not sure if we do. It really depends whether or not the alien nest has been destroyed near Kia Gungun, because that's the only other place that I would like to trade with. We don't have any explorers left at the moment, I don't think. So, yeah. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do. I'm just having a quick look around the map to see if I actually slept an explorer somewhere by accident. It doesn't look like I have. So yeah, we'll just have to keep trading with Freeland for now. And that is all. And what I do need to do is build a couple of trade convoys for Fiel, and I'll do that after Citadella has finished working on the Lasercom satellite. We now have plus 74 energy per turn. LED wants energy per turn and geothermal now for a favour. And open borders? Really? No, you can just have the geothermal.
I think not.
Then bugger off. AI trying to exploit me. And I'm not going to let it happen. It's already bad enough that I give them 3 resources for 1 favour. You know, that's a good trade for them already. They're trying to get more. So let's send this Lasercom satellite over Santo Adrio and boost our science there. And now at Citadella we can work on those trade convoys I wanted to build. And I'm actually going to queue up a second trade convoy and then the Institute after that. And that will make Citadella have a plus 20% science bonus, which is actually quite a lot. We got a Covert agent promoted. That's probably for reducing intrigue in Citadella. We do need to actually check that out. Look at that, a Covert agent belonging to Franco-Iberia has been killed in Citadella. Franco-Iberians spying on me, how dare they? That's probably why my agent was promoted. Let's go to Covert Ops, have a quick look around. Now it looks like the intrigue levels are fine. I think we're going to assign these agents to other cities now, because the plus 2% health isn't as much as it really could be. So instead we might just like jump into Freeland and Liqueur maybe. Probably Liqueur is a good one to go for. And we can try and take advantage of stealing some technology or energy from them. So let's send 1 there. And we can send 1 to Tiangong maybe, or even Megan. Let's send it to Megan. That will do nicely. So that I don't think is going to affect our health at all, because the percent that was actually giving us was not very much at all. So yeah, it just decreased our health by 2.
Comment sommes-nous arrivés là?
So Franco-Iberians, or LD, is trying to apologise. I'm going to say I'm willing to overlook this indiscretion for now, because I don't really want to cause a war until I've sorted out my health issues. Loving our energy per turn at the moment though. Maybe we should just start trading within our own nation again. If we trade with Fiel, we actually get plus 2 food per turn and plus 4 production per turn, which would really help the growth of the city. I think that might be worth doing. Yeah, let's go for it. Now that is going to reduce our energy per turn, but I think it's worth it. Now let's get this vivarium at Dorado to help increase the rate at which the population goes up. And in Burra Esperanza, let's work on the old Earth relic now. And just because that's going to take not very long at all to create, we will actually add to queue some other buildings. So let's go for an alien preserve after that, and then a laboratory after that. So we have the first trade convoy that we can send to Fiel. Trade convoy at Manuel can continue trading with New Babylon. And that is all we can do. So let's move on. So I think I will attack the Australians. Then we can team up with the Slavs in order to take over the rest of the world. So from Fiel, where are we going to trade? Let's go to Freeland. Because currently, by trading within our own lands with that trade convoy, I can't gain any benefits for Fiel itself. Send another trade convoy to Fiel. And now it's only 6 turns remaining until Central is out of martial law, which is good. I'm going to start getting my units into better positions over here. You can see that we don't actually have that many military forces left, because I did delete a lot of them. Like, mostly armor, I think it was. Like, overall it was about 3 units, but that's actually quite a lot. I also lost a battlesuit during the war.
runs iron made from the heart of a long-dead star. Such does the universe love life.
Now biology is finished. Let's see what that causes our workers to do. I think they're all still working on the mag rails, if I'm honest. And we can get an alloy foundry, which should be useful to get extra production from our titanium. So let's start producing that in Santo Adrio. Move on all these units. And this trade convoy that's landed in Fiel, we're going to make him trade with Tiangong. Now this artillery can just fortify. Santo Adrio. Does it want to continue trading with Freeland? Possibly. Yep, I think that's the best choice. And all is done again. So once these institutes are finished, I'm going to pull some of the population in order to work on those, because we don't need the energy so much. Especially in Cittadella. Palatine. Nice. That's landed just north of New Babylon. That's perfect. And that gives us tons of culture, which is going to help us get more virtues quicker. That's really, really cool. So I might actually start trading with that. Then we'll get the Channeled Wrath, and then we'll start working on industry. Or maybe even knowledge. Although knowledge Might not be as good. We'll see at the time. But at the moment, at Manuel, we will start working on the alloy foundry there. We can tell our covert agents to start establishing networks. Whilst this trade convoy from Citadella trades with probably Freeland still. Actually, Tiangong's a better choice by the looks of things. Well, actually, Palatine. There we go. We'll start the trade already. The trade convoy from Dorado. That can continue trading with Tiangong. The Sentinel can fortify, this battlesuit can fortify, so can this one. And we're job done. But unfortunately, it has been my time. So, making some good progress. We've sorted out our energy income. Probably too much. It's a plus 66 at the moment, which is insane. We're going to be able to use this energy to buy some more buildings soon. But we still need to sort out our health. So that's what we'll be working on probably in the next episode until we go to war. But that's all for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.